if you want to know what is buying on dips, then you should look at Ranbaxy and Sun Pharma today. What happened to them?
Okay, tell us what happened.
No, there was some news on Ranbaxy, something that the US FDA de-recognized or something like that, and the stock, both Ranbaxy and Sun Pharma, fell 3% in the morning.
Okay.
And then I think it closed 2% plus.
Yeah,
both of them made life highs.
Okay. Yeah, I think Ranbaxy lost some generic exclusivity or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not that they got banned or anything. Yeah, I wasn't looking, but yes. And I think if just to use this as an example, maybe we haven't talked about this in this clearer term, but I think excellent you brought this up, Balki, because this shows you that, you know, if you've got a macro trend or a macro theme running on a company or on a sector, then, and that is something that is, you know, really say long lasting or is going to be powerful or impactful relative to the news that comes out, like this exclusivity gone, then what you get is, you know, just a dip, and eventually the macro thing is something that people just jump into, and the astute investors or traders are looking at those opportunities when they can get in, because they know that in the bigger picture is something else. And what we're talking about here is, I think, the potential merger of these two companies or some joint venture or something like that, and that would do really well. I'm not sure if I've got my news wrong, but I think there is something like that happening, some consolidation in the pharma industry. And
Sun acquired Ranbaxy.
Sun acquired Ranbaxy, correct? Right. So the Ranbaxy and Sun, that acquisition, and the companies have not yet merged. That will happen, I think, and whatever comes out of it is going to be probably a stronger, better, more integrated organization than what is there today. So one thing where exclusivity of one drug of many that they produce goes is, under other circumstances, it might have been a really bad news, and it has happened in the past with Ranbaxy especially, and the stock might have tanked 5-10%. But in the background is this, you know, merger, and the astute investors are getting in. Just to give a similar example, this happened when the black money SIT thing came out, and Dabur guy, who, not Dabur, right? The head of, was it Dabur or Piramal something?
Burman.
Burman of Dabur company. And that Burman is not a promoter anymore. He is in no way related to the company, but because you know, just that news flashes and everybody starts to sell. And if you looked at that, that also, you know, was buying on dips. Dabur as an FMCG stocks is doing exceptionally well. And once the market realized that this Burman guy is really got nothing to do with the Dabur, everybody jumped in and started to buy. You know, so this is how the markets are. You get this knee-jerk reactions, and then you get the smart fellows who've got the bigger picture. And I mean, in the case of Burman, you know, the easiest thing would have been to just Google and see if he's actually a promoter or in the company, and you know, the result would have told you he's not, or go to the website or something like that, or go to the NSE or SEBI or whatever. And you know, later on when the cooler heads come, and you suddenly made, at the end of the day, you made, or in the end of maybe next day, it recovers your total loss, and you made 5-10% profit. So yeah, this is definitely a good example of buying on dips. Though strictly speaking, buying on dips, when you look at technical analysis perspective, basically means you've got an uptrend and you've got a correction, and you buy into that correction, and then going on the, you know. But yes, news, events, and all will give you these opportunities, right? Yeah. Okay. So great. Good example. So Burman is still executive director. Thank you for that info, Ranjan. But apparently, whatever he did with his foreign account had absolutely no impact on the company. I don't know what the details are. Right? Okay. Good. So good example of something like that happened in the market. Anyone else? Any other questions, comments, anything of significance anyone wants to share before we start?
Ashok Leyland had a great result and Arvind didn't have a good result. So Ashok Leyland, in spite of the result, opened 4% higher and closed, I think, almost flat or 2%.
Okay, so
You
Ashok
can
Leyland.
see, if you track results, you can see lot of, all sorts of crazy things happening based on the results.
Yeah, I mean,
Good results, stock will fall. Average results, stock will rise.
right. Yeah, it's all about expectation and this, that, and it's very difficult to predict exactly how the markets will react to any result. So you can have a bad result and the market can go, stock can go up. You can have a good result and the market can go down. All this good and bad is all relative stuff. One thing about results that people tend to sort of not get into, and usually that's where the answer of the strange behavior is. Like, if we just look at the top line result and they announce X crores profit or loss and the market reacts to that. And then something else very different happens and everybody's wondering what the hell happened. Well, usually it will be something in the finer print. And what I mean by that is, for example, just to give you, let's say,
Some growth rate or something, they will say NPA is low.
correct, exactly. Yeah, typically it's something to do with your margins. So your margins are, your profits have gone up, but your margins have gone down. And the market will take that as an excuse to sell it off. Or profits have gone down, but margins have actually expanded, but sales went down, but your margins did better, so the market will now buy the stock. You can never really have a formula for this, but if you're looking, if one feels that there is one strange behavior, you usually need to get into the details of the result, and then there will be that discrepancy which will be there, and then of course people will say, that is the reason and all of that. So yeah, these are the sort of event traders who are sitting on the systems, who got programs running, and as soon as that news comes out in the news feed, they've got a program running, and they'll have almost so many things programmed into it, and something that doesn't come up, they start one sell by routine, and that's it basically. Okay, cool. Anything else? Anyone? No? Okay. So it's been a short week. This trading week. We've had 2 holidays this week, so there are only 3 days of trading. So I'm not sure how the volumes went. Of course, the big news, I think, is the U.S. elections and Obama sort of cornered. Right now that the Republicans have taken over both the houses there. The U.S. job report, yeah, I think the unemployment figure was less or something like that. I'm not sure, but whatever. The U.S. job report was good, so U.S. economy is growing and all that. The thing about what market going up in the US, well, if you actually look at it, apparently after the midterm elections in the US in the last 3 times or 4 times or something like that, the market's always gone up, apparently irrespective of what that result has been. So I don't know if there's this behavior that's there or whatever. I really don't know. So we probably expect some sort of a logjam, or whether they'll compromise together, really don't know. So we'll see what the US does and what Obama does. Okay, so Valky has posted global indices, or what, maybe a list of 20 or something, and everything is more or less in the green and up and all. Correct, if I'm reading it right. Yeah. Okay. So you created this portfolio in Google Finance, is it? Good, good. So the US economy adds 2.4 lakh jobs. Mm, and the jobless rate. What is the difference between jobless rate and unemployment rate? I don't know. 5.8%. 5.8%, if that's the unemployment rate, that's very, very good. But then uh, the way all the statisticians, tabulate joblessness or unemployment, part-time employment is also included in full-time employment data. All that they will do to make numbers look good. So anyhow, okay. So essentially, that's it. I don't know if I'm missing out on any news. Of course, Modi is on his way to, I think, Australia soon. So he's really been globetrotting. We'll have to see the results of that in terms of money coming in and investments and all. So we just have to wait for that. All right. Uh, if there's anything big on the India front, global front, let me know before we get into the charts. Yeah, pressure on Rajan to decrease the interest rates, but a very interesting take on that in today's Business Standard. Let me just pull it out. Where is it? Yeah, 5 reasons why Rajan may not cut interest rates in December. It says commodities fall in consumer price index based inflation is due to softening of commodity prices and not because of demand compression. 2. Global crude oil price might not fall further. It could rather harden in the second half of 2015, reversing the inflation trajectory. And then the decline in food prices in September might not be repeated in the coming months. 4. The low base of that inflation on which inflation is now showing may not be there for December or from December, and the US, if they start to really wind down their QE and increase their interest rates, then global interest rates might start heading up, in which case we don't have the luxury of actually getting our interest rates down. We'll need to attract money and need to compete on the interest rate front with the US sort of. Plus, of course, so I would say RBI interest rates, mixed opinions right now. But anyhow, this is, I think, something we can worry about after another 1 month. There is privatization of 79 sick PSUs, which if that happens, even some of them will be a great financial burden of the government. Okay, coal allocation by November end. So okay, that's close. That means the central government will start to get probably a substantial amount of money, and there is also the spectrum auction that is going to come up, and apparently there's a scarcity of enough spectrum, so the bidding might be quite aggressive according to the newspapers. So yeah, all these are there, but nothing as big as the diesel decontrol or anything. So it seems to be business as usual in a sense, and that's it. So with that, let's jump into the markets, rather charts, and see what's going on. So I'll just put that there, and I assume you can see my screen, correct? Please confirm. Okay. All right, so like we said, short week this week, just 3 candles added, and really nothing much. Marginal life high at best, and yesterday, or rather Wednesday and today, just small candles, small shadows, nothing much in the volume. So volume seems to have gone up. So I wouldn't read anything much into this. The only thing to say is perhaps that both the MACD and the RSI showing quite good strength, and for now it definitely looks like on the daily charts the uptrend probably is set to continue, and Balki is saying negative divergence on weekly RSI. Okay, let's go to weekly. Agree with you. We definitely have that. So interpretation would be, of course, that on a, let's say, a few multi-day basis, we might get a up move, but in a multi-week basis, we might not really sustain at higher levels. Not that we should get a divergence, but then on the weekly format, if you look at the MACD also, that's sort of trending down. But as we all know, if MACD is positive, then overall the short-term moving average is up, and in this case, it is strongly above the long-term moving average. So the weekly RSI divergence definitely to be kept in mind, but I would tilt towards at least for the next week, I think further up moves possibly, and maybe the US situation with the markets there going up, and I think the Nikkei also has gone up further. It's cooled off from maybe 17,000, but the stimulus there, that's completely not out of the impact of the market. So those are all, in my opinion, overall more positive than negative. Okay, so I think the next rest for the Nifty is probably 8,500. Okay, and we'll just have to wait and see for that rounded off number and how that pans out in the coming week or two. So that's really the level. I think wait, let's see, where is that? Balki had a target of 8,900 odd, right, for the Nifty on the basis of point and figure. Let me just make this 80, one sec. Alright, so if we look at the point and figure chart, clearly no weakness at all. As a matter of fact, a pretty good trend line. It seems to be going up, higher bottoms and higher tops by pretty, good, every sequentially one or two boxes higher. And this, from a point and figure perspective, looks like a very healthy uptrend. Absolutely no doubt about that. And if I remember right, I think Balki, just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure from where we calculated, but maybe from this 8,900 was the point and figure target, correct? So yeah, so from a sort of, let's say, less noise perspective, removing out all the clutter of short-term movements, point and figure is telling us that the trend is up, and absolutely no question of shorting markets, in my opinion. Okay, all right, so good uptrend. Like divergence. Okay, so that would be my view. With that, let's get into the individual indices. Looking at the Bank Nifty, so clearly that's made a new life high, and today just gone in for a pause. Of course, if the interest rates do come down on 2nd of December, then the Bank Nifty would go much higher. And at this point, I think, like we've been saying for the last 2-3 weeks, banks have been the place to buy, and I really hope that some of us have benefited from that view. So the trend clearly still up on the Bank Nifty. There's really no question of even selling any of the banks. Just keep buying on every dip that you get. All right. Next, VSC Power. Interesting. So it comes to a support resistance and then cools off. It's not really been able to go beyond that level. I would suspect that on the power side it would be best to wait and watch till the coal auction is over. I think till then the power stocks should just be left behind, depending on how the auction goes and who gets it and how aggressive or cheap it is. The market could react. So I think BSC power, wait till coal auction is over. Bank Nifty, keep buying. All right. Okay, maybe I'll just put that on a different window so that it's faster and we spend less time. All right, so reality coming to those crucial levels of 1700 there, etc. Today's news about Robert Vadra winding up almost half of the companies which are all having something agro or something agriculture, buying vast tracts of land in Haryana and Rajasthan. Obviously that's stopped, and apparently after these companies bought the land, the agricultural status would get converted to residential or commercial, and these companies made a huge amount of money. So the guy is getting out. Haryana may launch a investigation into what all they have done, so it will be interesting. We may see some skeletons fall out of the cupboard, but basically the reality is at a crucial resistance level, and till that resistance level breaks out of 1700, it may not be a great time to buy. Having said that, I think last time in the previous IMR or the 2 weeks before that, I think the Diwali IMR, we did say that the support having held at 1400 and then this resistance having, that resistance broke out on Monday, right? Once it broke out, then you had those resistance, and once that breaks out, then 1950, 2000 could easily happen. So those with the, I would say, slightly higher risk appetite, definitely reality could be an underdog sector buy. Then CNXIT, and that's, well, trying to again go up. There was some news about Siddaramaiah trying to push through something on the Devanhalli IT Park because Infosys apparently was looking at going to Andhra Pradesh. Chandrababu Naidu back to his charm and inviting Infi there and all that. Anyhow, so as far as the IT index is concerned, at a nice double top, it's done a consolidation, I would say, in mid of October, and definitely headed to go up. If anybody has the X date for Infosys, that would be great, or if you can, just get it while I move on. Because once that happens, you might just see another sort of push up as it perception-wise, Infi becomes cheaper. Cognizant upgraded their estimates. All right, fine. That's another good news on the IT side. So IT looking pretty good. Okay, so new highs. Mid cap index, CNX, again trying to make it's a double top. It'll probably go up. Nifty Junior, what we're going to do today, has made a new life high along with the Nifty also. So really nothing to write home about. But I was going to say slightly bigger candles, but then the Nifty Junior is also almost double the number of price wise, so the candle size. Okay, forget about it. Okay. So CNX Energy come back to the trend line, and in spite of crude oil having really gone down substantially, none of the energy index has definitely not gone up. I'll need to look at the, I guess, oil and gas companies to see how they are doing. We'll do that later. Okay, so CNX Pharma, I think BSC Pharma, something's happened on my database and the name got rearranged or something. So all the CNX indices coming first and BSC indices coming later. Anyhow, CNX Pharma, clearly new life high is very, very good candle. Something happened today, so we'll have to figure out which are the stocks that really took the pharma index up. BSC, forget it. Valky was talking about PSU banks last time, and we were talking about comparing, so they have gone up, right? but like we said, far away from their life highs. So the bank nifty, private sector banks doing continuing to do better than the PSU banks. I'll skip the VIX. Okay, so coming to the auto index, I hope it's changing your end as fast as I'm changing it at my end. You should see the PSE auto index at your end slightly higher up, and then seems to be consolidating. So the Diwali stuff and all that festive thing is over. The next bump up in sales could happen only in December when you get the year-end discounts. But yes, this is clearly going up. And Bobby had sent around a nice set of mails to the mentorship group in Bangalore Investors Club with all the thing about safety requirements that may come in place. So the ABS, airbags and all that. So companies that are involved in that manufacture is probably a thematic stuff that we need to look at, and their profits could substantially go up in the coming quarters or once that decision is actually made. Okay, I'm going to skip consumer durables. We don't do much. Capital goods, okay, just continuing to inch forward. That was last week. This week really has not done much. I would say, just trying to go back to that resistance, and then after that we will review. FMCG, so as expected, lagging behind, not really up there leading the market as it has in the past, falling back. Healthcare, including FMC, including pharma, so that has, well, definitely done well, and I should revise my opinion on it. And with the sort of candles we are looking at, and when we had looked at the fundamental valuation of it, not too expensive, so I'd said trading maybe still an investment actually. So nice, surprising big candle today. We saw it on the CNX Pharma also. BSC metal, this is interesting. What happened? So two big red candles. Is it just a pure technical thing that you have the 50 and 100-day moving average there? I'm not aware of any news that came out as far as metals was concerned to take it down. So this could purely be technical. Some of the major metal stocks just hit resistances and cooled off, and this could be you can't call this a buy on dips because there is no uptrend, but there's very, very strong support at lower levels, and I think that's presenting an opportunity to buy. So I'm going to put that up. BSE metals cooling off. Opportunity to buy, question mark, question mark, question mark. So that's something that requires investigation. Okay, mid cap, oil and gas not required. All right, so that's it as far as the indices are concerned. So quickly to, I think, wrap it up on the indices side, it's all this. None of the other indices, I think, really they're just doing their routine stuff. That is the healthcare. So yeah, sorry. Okay. So going to individual Nifty junior stocks, starting in alphabetical order. So this is Aditya Birla Nuvo, and I think given the picture we are now seeing, so what you see now is a consolidation that has happened towards the end of September, whole of October. You've got a nice tweezers topped there, and pretty precise level there at around 1740, 1745, which I think is going to get broken. So you can see that there was consolidation in that dip. It's not a sell-off, and now you've got volumes back up again, and Aditya Birla Nuvo should definitely be a buy, and I don't think one should sell it till it comes back to 2500 at least. There could probably be a cool off at 2000, just simply because it's a round off number, but 2500, that's another 800 bucks from here, by the way. That's almost 50%. Even if that takes, you know, the whole of the next year, that will still be a good return, though I fully expect it will probably happen much faster than that. It's been going up quite well. Don't chicken out of any consolidations and cool-offs. This is a stock that is now, I think, on a uptrend. Aditya Villanuovo result is on the 12th. So what day is that? Next Wednesday. Okay. Maybe we should, if you can, Balki, if you've got the list before the session is over today, find out a day next week when there are a lot of results. Either it can be like, you know, Tuesday and Wednesday, there's a lot of results coming together or something. So what I'm proposing is let's look at maybe a live trading day, wherein the previous day a good number of results have come out, plus on that trading day a good number of results are coming out. So we can sort of do a quick review in the previous evening and come prepared to, you know, look at stocks that could move that trading day, plus also look at live results. Max results on Monday. Ouch. Monday. Okay. I want to do a live session on Monday. We could do that actually. So those who want to come to BIC on Monday, we could do a full day on Monday. So okay, just saying, all those guys in the mentorship, Fenia will be in. Anybody else who's not in the mentorship but wants to come, let me know and we'll fix it up and confirm. Yeah, okay. How many of the Monday results are we doing today, Valki? I hope at least some of those stocks are in the Nifty Junior. If they are not, then maybe you can make a quick list after we finish the Nifty Junior. We could perhaps review those today and you know, have them part of the IMR, and then we do you got the whole weekend to review deeper, and we'll do a live session on Monday. Let's see. Okay. So Aditya Birla, clear buy. I would say, I think really a question of stop loss does not arise. If there is anything, I would put in a trading stop loss below 1640 and just keep riding it, and it could come to 1500. I think worst case scenario short term, at which time I think it will be a buy rather than a sell. Okay. Adani Enterprises, well, simply going sideways since May. Well, pretty good, surprising. So the Modi effect was all you know, early 2014, and after that it has simply been consolidating for 6 months. This is clearly a consolidation. This is nothing else. Look at that, low volumes, big jump before that, and just should put alerts, and when Adani breaks out of 522 is the time to go buy it again. All right, so that's for now. Don't do anything. Adani Ports, interesting. Should be perhaps be a buy on Monday, because it's probably likely to make a new life high, go beyond 300, and I think it will probably go, you know, let's see. So this is strictly speaking not a rectangle, but just to try and get an estimate. So we're talking about 35 rupees here. So 330, 340 would be a target, maybe on maybe in a week, 2 weeks. You're saying Adani Ports results are on Monday, Balki? Okay, great. So this is something to watch out for. Let's put down a watch list. Can you make the watch list? So Adani Ports, I think life high, it's in the FNO side, I believe. Correct if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And could be a good short-term trading opportunity and make a few $1,000 in the coming week. So Adani Ports to watch out for. Apollo Hospitals, coming to a life high again. Part of the healthcare pack, healthcare pack itself is doing well. Apollo Hospitals, little lagging behind, I would say, but once it breaks out of 1200, and it's done quite well this week, you know, nice 2 green candles today, probably just a pause. I would definitely think it's going to 1200. Once it crosses that, then 1250, 1500, maybe 3 months down the line. Ashok Leland, whoa, ho. So close to 50. What is the high today? 49.10. All right. So definitely at higher levels there has been selling today on Ashok Leland, but it definitely is looking as though this is set for much higher levels, I would say. So there was a gap up and could not sustain the gap. Big volumes. So results were good, were they, Balki? What was the general consensus opinion? Very good. And why the cool off like this? High 49.10, closed at 47. So previous close 46. It's still gone up 1 to 3 rupees. So you almost had a 9% up move in the morning, correct? 8-9%. And so I have maybe profit booking, maybe something in the result, wouldn't know. But Ashok Leland should, I think, be part of your portfolio, and any dip on it should be used for buying. It's could undergo a major re-rating, as you never know. So that was the life high. 1 second. That time, how come I didn't mark it? And as Bobby was saying, Ashok Leland, some joint venture with BMW, correct? Oh, that was some bike thing. What was that, Bobby? Ashok Leland, BMW with who? Okay, and yeah, Ashok Leland definitely a good buy. Maybe it'll, be a little sticky at 50, but once it goes beyond 50, it'll keep climbing. So since August, from 35 to 50, that itself has been a very good return. I expect more to come. Bajaj Financial Services. Okay. New life high. Back to its test, sort of. Wow. Okay. So this is like an NBFC. Really nothing else. It's come back to sort of 1,000 to, I would say, test it, and we're going to see this theme repeat over and over and over again this year. I think I expect the markets to be going up. So big volumes today. Maybe results or something today. Though it's very unlikely that Bajaj Finserv will go below 1,000. Could really take support there and could be a good place to buy. And if it goes to 1,100, you've made 10% return. Consolidating now, in my opinion, and then could move up further. Not good, probably will. Oro Pharma, okay. 1 second. I need to update my lists. Oro. Getting Oro Pharma. 1 second. Okay. So this is Oro Pharma. Huh. Never looked at this before. Looks like. So this stock in this time last year was 270 rupees. Today the stock is 1,000 rupees plus. That's 5x, 500%. Talk about looking at stocks under the radar. Here is another example of why we should really seriously do that in the mentorship group. Okay, so 750, good support, keeps going up. I think it's just a question of getting used to this, another being 1,000 rupee stocks, which it definitely will, and should be bought as far as I'm concerned, making new life highs, and will probably continue to rise with the rest of the market. Good volumes today. Strong trend, really strong trend, right? Very, very healthy trend. Unfortunately, in a situation like this, giving a good stop loss is really bad. Okay, Balki saying good results. So stop loss little far, I would say below 940, 930, but you'll have lots of supports all the way till 800 from where it could bounce at any time. If you are the low risk type person, then you should probably buy the 1,000 call of Oro Pharma if it's in the FNO and just write the month out. Alright, okay, so that's Oro Pharma. Next, sorry, what are we looking at? Bajaj Financials, I hope, which I finished. Next is Bajaj Holdings, and that's just poised at a very, very, very important and pivotal sort of resistance point, 1,395, 1,400. Lots of volume today and previous day on Wednesday. Don't know whether this has anything to do with results or anticipated stuff. I expect a breakout to happen. It's sort of a symmetrical triangle happening, not really a good one, but still. And wonder if some news or something, but this is like, this volume is a little unusual. Why I'm saying that is nothing has happened to the price, but a lot of volume has happened. So some sort of churning, maybe bulk trades or something happening, and could just spike up to 1,500. Who knows? Watch out for that. This will be a good one to put a SLTP buy order. Let's say, and then just jump in. Okay. Bank of India. So just showing the picture of any other public sector bank. It's got that 300 rupee resistance there. 270 is a good support. Comes to 270, definitely should consider buying it, and above 300 it could just shoot up and give you some really good trading profits. Doesn't have to be part of your portfolio, but for trading would definitely give you some multi-percent returns. Bharat Forge, so that's made a new life high, come back, and just a matter of time before it goes up. Another stock that is itching to go to 1,000 rupees. That's I think pretty clear. Okay, and fully expect it to again jump up after that 1,000 rupee goes. So yeah, big re-rating. 2013 last year, 200 rupees. Now it is 800 rupees. Stop loss for Bharat Forge actually a good one, available at around 720, 730. Below that, you should definitely be getting out of Bharat Forge. Unlikely at this point that it's going to break that. Biocon, well, you look at a chart like this after seeing all the other ones that you have, and best thing, just skip it. No point analyzing it more. Bosch. When did we see this last? And we kept saying buy. Okay, so some more results. No volume. Okay, but definitely buy Bosch. So 15,000 is psychological mark on Bosch is what I would say. Now it's at 15,190, and it would go up, especially with if car safety norms become something that the new Motor Vehicle Act passes, because I think that's expected towards the end of the year. Then Bosch would be a huge beneficiary of that. Of course, many other companies will also benefit. Bosch, stop loss below 14,000, I would say. And who knows, 6 months down the line, the stock could well be a 20,000 rupee stock. Canara Bank, if you just overlapped Bank of India on this, wouldn't be looking very different, or Punjab National Bank. So all of them ditto, ditto, ditto. Good support at around 400, 380, and once it breaks that at 425, then quick 50, 20, 30 rupee move on Canara Bank should definitely be expected. Oh, Colgate Palmolive. Again, good results or what? I guess a lot more people are brushing their teeth now. Yeah, volumes. Okay, so long way to go. And I'm just sticking my neck out. I've never been to the US or Europe so far. I would suspect that there's a much bigger range and sophistication of toothpastes abroad than what we have here, and two things will happen in this space over the next few years. One is, of course, much larger volumes, I would think, and the second thing I think would be the product mix will go and towards higher value products. So I definitely don't think that the story for Colgate is over. It could still do very well for many quarters coming ahead. Of course, just to drive home the bad news, 2009 it was 500 rupees, today it's 1720, 1780. Alright, so buy Colgate. So while we brush with it in the morning, we don't buy the stock, unfortunately. Very good support at 1675. Till it breaks 1650, no question of selling it. Just by 2000 it might stall a bit, given that it becomes one psychological level, but should not be sold at that time. Container Corporation of India, logistics space, e-commerce, transportation, all that stuff. So this is, well, stuck at 1350. Really nothing much more to say. The charts say the obvious thing. Buy if it goes above 1400, 1410, and well, don't sell, don't short. Just wait for 1410 to break out. At that time, jump into it. Till then, just hold back. Compton Greaves, slipping. Stay away from Compton Greaves. Not looking good at all, technically. Though MACD crossover happened 2 weeks back, maybe around 180 or something. That's a time to consider buying it. But even then, that's your downtrend line. Probably much better to just wait till it breaks out and then we buy. I think if breakout above 200 would be a good time to look at buying it. As of now, just keep it aside. Cummins India, what happened today? My God, that sort of volume, that sort of price action, big drama today in Cummins India. Definitely something was announced, no doubt about that. And what a huge move. So today's high low 848, low 750, almost 100 rupees move on this. That's more than 10% move on the stock. So you're saying good results on this, Balki? Okay, so looks like profit taking at higher levels, and as it cools off, maybe a good time to buy, though it may not go down below 750. I don't think so. Probably may not even go down below 770. And the whole weekend for people to realize good results, and then it will just jump up on Monday again, who knows. But after a big move like that, anything, either it could cool off, it could stay sideways, it could jump up. You buy this because you believe and you're convinced, you're based on your analysis, of course, that longer term prospects, multi-week at least, are good, and that's why you would enter. Dabur, so another big mover from 100 to 200 to 50 almost in the last 2 years. Well, actually, compared to other stocks from what we saw earlier, not such a great thing. Looks like a wait and watch happening on the stock. Volumes have really, not shrunk, but they've definitely come down. Don't know if results are around the corner, but 235 goes, then just jump into it for 250. And if it's on the FNO thing, you could make a good packet. But 250 is its next target, clearly. Stop loss from a trader's perspective, going to be tough. Maybe below 222, 223, but then it could go all the way down to 210 and bounce back up. Divi's Lab, so made a new life high, but has not been able to sustain. Has gone up. Oops, sorry. And is coming back. Is it going to come back and test 1500, 1600, and then you could get an opportunity? Big pickup in volumes. Results are out or what? Actually 1700 could be a good psychological mark. Alright, so Balki really got his results up. Done a lot of work, Balki. Great. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the prompt inputs. 1700 could be a good support, good place to buy on Monday. And okay, but definitely looking like good support at 1700 and could be bought maybe Monday morning, day after tomorrow, or rather day after tomorrow, for the reversal to go back to its life high of around 1875 and then 2000 rupees. Exide, so Bobby gave us some really interesting information that Exide was the only company in India which has the capability of making submarine batteries. So Parikar is going to become the new defense minister. We had one ship of the Indian Navy sink in Visakhapatnam yesterday. We talk about a lot of old ships with the Indian Navy. So if we get an upgrade sort of, what do you say, program going on, a lot of things could be happening, and this could definitely be a beneficiary of that. But of course, this is mostly a auto and inverter batteries company, but you never know. The defense orders are huge sometimes. Company called HBL Power Systems. Okay, just for everybody's information, Bobby's input. HBL Power Systems to be kept in mind. Okay, so coming back to Exide, given the chart, the way it is looking, I would think that the other ones that we've seen so far are healthier. I don't think you really need to look at this right now until and unless something really good news happens, and you could buy it at 165 for a quick trade to about 172, 173, and if it can stay up there, then 180, and then after that 200. Stop loss, good one below 150, but you've got the 200-day moving average right there, so it might just hold that. Okay, so Balki adds that compared to Exide, Amar Raja batteries might be a much better investment. Okay, noted. Next, Federal Bank, new life high, nothing more to say, keep buying this. It's probably got a lot more to deliver. If it comes down around 135, 130, good support, and then goes up higher, absolutely no reason to be shorting it. Every dip is a buy. When it's coming close to 150, today's high is what, 147.60. May pause there for some time, and then 175, 200. Glaxo, whoa, What happened? What the hell? What crazy moves? This was the gap on the left of your chart, which was announcement of a buyback, I think, by the parent, if I'm not wrong. This is looking like what is called a cup and handle formation. This is a sort of big, massive cup. Actually, this is the handle, and once it breaks 2900 and then of course 3050, it should break out. So potentially a 500 rupee move from these levels. You're talking about 3400. Don't expect that to happen in a week or even in a month, but yes, and of course it really has to break this level of 3050 out first. Okay. Glenmark Pharma, up and away. So this is extremely healthy candle. Wow. 2 days of big moves. Well, surprise, surprise. Not really as much of a volume thing that as I would have thought. Wonder if the free float is small. Okay, so you can see how a moving average really giving good support here. The 50-day one, support, 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 and then once it starts to take off, it takes off. So you're either in this and you just hold on patiently, or the only way to catch this would be you put a stop loss. Otherwise, you look at it, it's already run up 10, 20, 30 rupees and 5%, and you're wondering, is it too late? So that's why really good to have that IB account, I guess. So Glenmark up there, next stop I would say 900 and 1000 rupees. GMR Infra, well, I guess no need to look at it really. Stay away. Maybe it comes to 20 rupees and that time fine, but I think given the overall picture of this from a long-term perspective, you should just stay away till it breaks away from this long-term moving averages plus this downtrend line sort of. So 27 should be an alert. 20, 19, 18 could also be alerts. You watch whether it takes support there and then maybe buy at those lows. Godrej Consumer Products. I broke a 2-year high or 3-year high, 2012, 2013, 2014, and has actually cooled off quite a lot. So good example of how nothing is guaranteed in the markets. If you had bought this on the lifetime breakout, you made money, and if you did not, for whatever reason, get out of the market when this happened, when it went to 1050, let's say, then essentially all your profits were lost, and now you'd be in a slight negative. So that's a bummer, can't be helped. Nothing on the volumes, but MACD has stabilized. We put an alert for 900. It's 925. See how it behaves around 885 if it comes there, and could be a place to buy, though at this point the chart is a bit weak. GSK Consumer Products. So this one is coming to its life high again. 2013, 2014. Once it breaks 6,000 rupees, 7, 8, 9, who knows? Okay. So big stock. Definitely headed towards 596. Hindustan Petro, making new life highs. So, new big life high, big jump, good volumes. Is this news on HPCL? So anyhow, HPCL, BPCL have been things that I've said buy, buy, buy. Oh, I'm so happy we saw this today. This is a multi-year breakout of 11 years. Please go and buy HPCL on Monday. Which was the other stock? HPCL. Buy, buy, buy. I'd mentioned something else, I forgot. Federal Bank. And did anybody keep a list? Oops. One stock in the first 10. that I said should be AB Nuvo. All right. So this is a triple top almost breakout, double top breakout if you don't consider this to be a triple top, and this could get really re-rated lot. Adani Ports, thank you. Okay, so 700, 800, another 6 months, 1,000 rupee company, and definitely could outperform BPCL actually. Okay. No, I think these are stronger buys than Bharat Forge and Glaxo. Okay. IDBI. Yeah. Okay, I'm not even going to discuss this stock. It's wasting time trying to analyze this. We'll put Glaxo and what was the other one? Bharat Forge, and review them again. We'll review the shortlist again at the end maybe. Okay. Okay, IDBI not on the list. Thank you. Idea. So I don't know when the Spectrum auction is coming up, but that's definitely not going to be good for the telecom companies. But I guess of all the telecom companies, this seems to be the only one which has a healthy chart. Or of course, Bharti is okay, but this is definitely looking better than Bharti. Definitely looking better than Tata Docomo and Tata Teleservices. Tata Teleservices, not Tata Docomo. Sorry. So if you need a telecom stock, buy it, but just check when the Spectrum auction is, and then things could get nasty because of that. I think on the volume thing, I would say we could afford to leave it. Indian hotels, okay, sticking with a nice uptrend blue line, sorry, yellow line, and crossed 100 rupees, which is just a psychological mark, and could be heading to 125, 150. Not in JR. Okay, great, thank you. IndusInd Bank, yeah, Federal Bank, IndusInd Bank, buy. We're just making a small word of caution on IndusInd. It has left the upper Bollinger Band, so maybe some amount of weakness as it comes to 750 psychological number. IndusInd in Nifty. Okay, fine. Anyhow, let's finish this and go sideways here for some time before it goes to 800. Okay, IndusInd in senior. Okay, we'll come to that. Infratel. Bad results or what? Big red candles. One on Wednesday and today follow-up selling that has happened on Infratel. It's coming back to 270, which has been a resistance for 3 months. And question is whether 270 could hold or it would not hold. I would say let's watch this carefully on Monday. Could be very interesting. 270 could be a very interesting place to pick up Infratel for a short-term trade. If it goes back to even 300, you made a 10% return on Infratel. Should be on your immediate trading watch list. Okay. ING Vaishya Bank. Just go buy all the private sector banks. Look at the fantastic volume in the last 1 week. Looks like somebody new. And this is another multi-month, 2-year sort of breakout. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I misread the chart. So 2013, 2014 breakout. Stock will be going to 1,000 rupees next stop. That's it. Could obviously test your patience along the way, but definitely headed to thousand. JSW Steel going sideways, metal index really not doing anything, going sideways for the last 6-7 months. Let it make up its mind. Maybe you just put an alert for 1375, and also I would say at about 1150, and when it comes there we can review it. Alright. LIC Housing Finance, buy, buy, buy. Okay. Is this results? Okay, a bit increase in volume, but not sure whether it's because of results or something else. Market could be expecting, all these companies to make more profits if RBI eases norms. So we don't know that. But next stop 450, 500 for this. And once it broke the life at 350 in 1, 2, 3, 4 trading sessions, it's gone to 380. So 350 to 380, 30 rupees, 10%, 4 days. And if you didn't pick it up on that day, you lost half that move already. Okay, so importance of sort of being there or having your orders there. So IB accounts, interactive brokers. Okay, what about PSU banks? I would say just ignore them, Bobby. Okay, so LIC result was on 18th October. What is this? 14, so went up before that. So what LIC is, what it is doing now is not in reaction to any results, obviously, but clearly there is a breakout move that I think is happening, and it should be bought for technical reasons. M&M Finance, I don't know, there was some news about a global venture fund investing in M&M's NBFC. Now they said NBFC, they didn't say M&M Finance. I don't know if M&M Finance is the NBFC that they were referring to. I'm not sure where I read the news, just 2-3 days back or today. I'm in a time warp, sorry. But anyhow, technically, we've already got better things to do for the coming week. So from that perspective, I would say there's no need to buy it. But I think this is inching its way to make a new life high beyond 330. And from that perspective, you could definitely be buying it. It's obviously consolidated between 240 and 330 for about almost the whole of this year. And I would think that a breakout is sort of in the making. All right, so those who are in trading in anticipation could definitely be buying this already. 330, just goes out with a high volumes, and you'll see 350 on this very quickly. So yeah, McDowell, I don't think it's here, is it? Somebody confirm, is McDowell here? In Nifty Junior. All right. Emphasis. Wherever emphasis is, leave it. Don't even have it in your portfolio. OFSS, is this there? But what a spike. Goes to 4,000, comes to 3,400, drops 10, what? That's 600 rupees. 15% just gone. Was there some news of results? Huge gap. Huge gap. Dividend. How big? This big. That's a dividend gap of what? 600 rupees dividend? Wow. Okay, I better make a note of that. X dividend. All right. So there's nothing in TA which says that dividends caused by corporate actions versus gaps caused by corporate actions versus gaps caused by something else are to be treated differently. And if you're just going to stick to TA, 3,600 is definitely where I'd put an alert. And if it goes from 3.6 to 3.9, you're talking about 10% just like that. And and especially if this is in FNO, that's a good amount of money made. Right, all said and done. On the other hand, it's come back to its life high after the dividend. Of course, actually what we should do is correct for the historical prices by 600 bucks. But God knows, if you take out 600 rupees and the stock was 500 rupees, it will be minus 100 bucks. So I just leave it. It's going to be a mess. So just I think a technical play. Once it goes to 3450, it's sitting exactly at that 50-day moving average. It's provided resistance for 3 days. Moves up there could just bring in some surprise buying or quick buying and go easily about 150 rupees up. And then if it can break that, then you're talking about a 10% up move. Let that happen even over the rest of this year, another 1.5 or 2 months, and that's a good return. Oil India, interesting. Okay, so this has not been really been around for very long, but this is like 2010 high, and we have come back there in the shorter term time frame of this year from May. It looks like a sort of not a very good one, but a vague triple top. And I just think this is pure technical stuff that is going up and down and all of that. 640 should buy it, I think, at whatever lower levels you can get it at. Maybe around 590, 600. What is the low today? So 600 exactly, and then it closed 3 rupees higher. Watch this on Monday. Maybe it comes to 590 or even 600 and it stays there. 4-year breakout could happen. It attempted that here but really didn't sustain, and there will, I think, be another attempt. Remember, all the subsidies are going down quite rapidly, and uh, ONGC, Oil India, anyhow, HPCL, of course, uh, what that we saw, I think, is a better buy, but Oil India would also fall in that category. Bobby is asking, Saudi Arabia raised prices for Asia. I don't think they raised prices for Asia. They didn't raise prices for anywhere. They dropped prices for US to 77. As far as I know, they didn't. Is that today's news? Okay, so what this Sumi is okay. We'll go to Petronet. Okay, Petronet making new life highs, and that is from 2011. And yeah, you could buy it, though there's quite a bit of volatility in it. Today again, what, some news or something? Alright, so they raised prices for Asia. Ah. Could definitely be buying Petronet, but I think you need to watch out for big moves on this. You've got quite a lot of big body candles, plus a lot of those candles with big shadows. So watch out for that. it's a question of getting the stock getting used to 200 rupees, and then after that could go higher. Stop loss, strictly speaking, is only below 174 in these conditions. But if you're a trader and you need something closer, then you would put it below 187. Okay. Power Finance Corporation, put an alert for 300. If it jumps above 300, then buy it, otherwise skip. When back C, big volumes. Looking at the candle today, looks like the news was really a non-event. No long lower shadow. No, it opened at the bottom here. The open, I guess the news came out before the market, and then really didn't go down much, and people just used the opportunity to buy. Technically, it was also at 600, not 600 per se, but around 600 to 620 was a good support zone, and people just bought. Once it clears 680, 690, I think this is 750, 800 rupee stock. I don't know if this is in Nifty Junior. Look at the difference between IDEA and RCOM. IDEA almost at its life high, RCOM at almost 10% of its life high. Why bother? Leave it. REC Limited just climbed up to the 300 rupee. Might sit there a bit. Consolidating, I think, in my opinion. Could buy it, though really not a fan of this company, and could go up gradually. You can probably get a good stop loss. Oh yeah, all the way to till 265 you'll have a huge support zone, let's put it that way. Really tough to give a stop loss on this. Buy the 300 call, actually, definitely in the FNO list. Buy the 300 call and ride it. Alliance Capital, well, really not much. 500 rupee clear resistance. I think given the circumstances of the market and overall uh, this whole again inflation RBI thing, watch this. 440, 435, excellent support. Could come back a little lower, form a sort of wider base here, and then move up. It's all these moving averages plus the 500 rupee level that is offering resistance. Once it clears that, then 500 to 600 could happen in a few weeks. Our power, so as I said, just stay away from the power stocks till the coal auction happens, though this seems to be, I think the worst is over. Worst is over for this, in my opinion, and that's its life low at 58. So it went all the way to 108, doubled almost, and came back down. I don't think it will go below this. So 70 rupees thereabouts seems to be the worst case as of now. And if one is looking for sort of potentially pretty profitable, because if R power is definitely all these big ones will bid for the coal block, and once they get it, these stocks, some of these stocks could go either way. They could really spike up, and if this one spikes up, say from even 80 bucks to 100 rupees, that's 25% return. On the other hand, if things go wrong, 60 bucks could also happen. So consider the event risk and then think about it. Otherwise, like I said, just stay away from power stocks. SAIL, Steel Authority of India, metal index really not doing great. Really no need to look at it, but yes, I think again the worst is most certainly over, and that is what one would look at. Looks like not really a good one, but one sec. Let's go to weekly. no, forget it. I'm just wondering whether we have a inverted head and shoulder, but I think it's really stretching it. But if we do, we are talking about another maybe 20 rupees up, 110, 120. I think given the overall situation, I'd stick with the banks and the oil marketing companies and stay away from power and metals. Is Siemens in this list? Junior? Okay, thank you. Yeah, would buy it. Once it goes above 100, I think it'll just spike up. Just see if I am guessing the results are not out. So I could be wrong. Definitely above 900, 910. Then quickly it could go to 990, 1000, which is a clear 10% move. So no buying till it does that breakout. Sriram Transport Finance. Again, consolidating after making a life high. Again, the usual theme, not the usual, but one of the themes is cluttering down to those. When a stock becomes from a 3-digit to 4-digit and then, takes a while to sort of consolidate and then makes the next move. The next move is definitely in the making. Good build up in volumes at 900. Just a question of breaking out of 1000 and then zoom, it will go up. So buy it. Definitely a good stop loss below 840. Traders can, if you really have to, below 825. These are the times when you're much better off playing with staying with options if you can, rather than putting a stop loss and getting hit and being miserable whatever happens after that. Okay, Tata Chemicals coming to the life high gradually. 450, 2008 life high. Okay, Tata Chem on my list. So I wouldn't buy it on Monday, but yeah, could consider buying it for much higher levels once it gets beyond 450. On the other hand, if I'm the anticipatory type guy, then sure, buy now and just hold on, be patient. Tata Global, how is their consolidation? 140 to 170, 175. Any of you gone to what that Starbucks? How is that doing? Making money? I don't know, but stay away. Tech Mahindra. That's part of Nifty. That was anyhow a buy. Titan. So Titan gold prices cooling off. Their products become more affordable. Remember, Titan is not really a gold company. It's a gold processor, and it's whatever they do makes it more attractive now for people to buy. So don't be surprised if the showrooms start to fill up, and that means more profits in the coming uh, quarters possibly if gold goes down. So 370 potentially really good support, though what we have here. Okay, so we had some results last week, bad results or something, I don't know. Okay, so stay away. I would say let it take support here at again 365 if it comes. Maybe it has taken support there today already, and just need to wait and watch, because what you have here, as some of you will all quickly recognize, is sort of widening triangle. In the last several months, we've had multiple widening triangles on Nifty itself, and it's always broken out. So this time, don't know about Titan. So watch. Yes, if you're a support guy, you like supports, then Monday could be a place to buy Titan. It goes to 400, stays above that, and sometime next year 450. Torrent Power, so another power stock fluctuating at a very important zone of 150 for itself, I would say. And well, again, okay, not there in FT Junior. Thank you. We'll move on. UBL, is it there? All right. United Breweries consolidating. Is Malia on this company? Because that whole thing about him being a willful defaulter, this, that, and all, and what happened here? From 700 to 600 in one day, and really nothing in the volumes. What? It was some news, rumor. What was this? Or was it results? Well, anyhow, either way, just stay away from it. It's got no move in it right now. If anything, it could just fall. Union Bank, okay, a little bit different picture from the Bank of India and other PSU banks, but like I said, really no point being in a hurry to buy it. Put a order above, sorry, an alert above 250, 255, 260. Let it come there, and then we shall review. United Phosphorus, consolidating, consolidating, consolidating. Again, don't need to look at it. UPL, oh, sorry. Oh, I need to join these charts. I haven't done that. Okay, so United Phosphorus has made a new life high. Gone up, cooled off, and might come down to 320, 325. I just have to, I guess, wait and watch. Otherwise, the buy only above 380. Forget it. It's consolidating, as you can also see from the Bollinger Band squeeze. Yes, bank, buy, buy, buy. That's all. 1,000 rupee stock. I think this will be another 6 months. Okay. Great time to buy was obviously on 500, 550. It's already 690. Just pausing for a while before it goes up again. So yes, bank. Where is that? Let's go stuff your portfolio with private sector banks. Yeah. Z. That, by the way, is the 1999 peak. Alright, so if you remove that, if you discount that, it's really making new life highs. And I think last time, I don't know when, I think before I went for Hajj, we did, what is not, Z is not Nifty Junior? Oh, where is it? Gone to senior or what? Oh, okay. Sorry, I really need to update my lists. Okay, anyhow, so buy Z might come down with the sort of sharp up move. It's gone from 290 to 380. Could cool off, I would say, till 330. At some time in the future, it is going to come to around 330, 325. Will be a good time to buy it, but at this point, with all this candles and volumes and all, chart says buy. Okay, A Birla, I missed out on Motherson. I'll just get that. Did I miss out anything else? So Motherson kissed the life high today and cooled off. So looks like some selling at higher volumes, at higher levels. This is high volume today. I don't know if talking about anticipated result, Balki. When is the result? Oh, Monday. Great. Okay, fine. Take it. So could break out. Never know. We'll just have to wait till Monday. And technically, if it's at around say 445, 450 on Monday morning, should definitely be buying it. If once, of course, we'll decide on Monday when the results come out, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so Motherson otherwise is a buy, and in case results are bad, then I would say sell it only if it breaks below 390. Otherwise, just hold on to it. Done. So we have done with the Nifty Junior. All right. What are the stocks that we can see for the results on Monday? Adani Ports, Apollo Hospitals we did. Okay. All right. So let's look at Apollo Tires. Ah, already made a new life high. Ooh, 100 rupees, 233. Okay. So could come back to 215, but what's the volumes like? It's I think just consolidating. So either somebody knows about the results and it's gone up in anticipation. Otherwise, if it's not, then through 15 to 10 worst case scenario, and the results are good, I think then 250 could easily happen on Monday. All right, Bharat Forge we finished. And yeah, we didn't wanted to review that. Yeah, so results. Wait for the results. If it let's say goes to even 878, sorry, 865, 870 byte, and then who knows? In a week it will be 920, and by the end of the month it could even be 1000 if the results are good. If they are bad, I think it will come to 750. At which point then we review. Okay. Gabriel. I'm right, they make suspension systems. Gap, they on Monday. Gap, or the result. Ooh my god. Never, very unusual to see a stock like 35 rupees stock, 90 rupees in the last 6 months. Whew. Takes your breath away. It did literally. I saw it and my eyes popped. If I had a camera on my face, you would have seen a very unusual expression. I wish I did. I've never seen my expression myself. Huh. So, stock is going to 100, guys. This is, I think, such a wasted opportunity of not having found this earlier. I'm really now getting fed up. We really need to do this under the radar stocks and find them. Really criminally wasting our time. All right, anyhow. So it's already gapped up. I'm wondering whether it's on result anticipation already. And I think it just go to 100 and then after that keep going up. But having said that, warning, you get a parabolic run up like this almost, then it's just a question of time before one correction happens. Sometimes that correction can be very deep. Look at that, right? So this is from 20 rupees literally in March of this year to 100 rupees almost. That's like 5x. Sorry. So correction would happen. I think be prepared to see the stock even at 60. At this point, absolutely no reason why it should happen. But when it does, it will. And at that time, it will be a good time to buy. But for now, I think results are good. I don't even know whether you should wait for results on stocks like this. You just have to take the plunge and buy. And just hope for the best. So don't buy too much. Maybe just buy before the results. And if the results are good, then buy more. Okay. If it explodes, 100 also will not be resistance. 110, 120, who knows? Okay, so that Gabriel Motherson, we finished. Page is on Monday, is it? So some of our favorite companies are on Monday. So that's also gone up. So it's now a 10,000 rupee stock almost. When did we look at page, guys? That was before I left, no? I think it was what, 7.5 or something like that. So it's 9.2 now. Anyhow, uh, page. I don't know fundamentally how these stocks are. So big move today. Already volumes increasing. I guess news are leaking out. And on Monday morning it could be 10,000 bucks. It's already 9.2, 800 rupees, almost 7-8%. Never know. Okay, that's Page Industries. Then what else? REC. We did REC. Tata Chemical also we did. Okay, so these are the results on Monday. Okay, cool. Done. 9:30. Hey, nice and short today. Shall we close? Or do you want to do some more? So I think this is good enough actually. Monday morning we've got lots to follow up on. Some of these results may be out before the market and some will happen during the market. Alright. So okay, so let me take a poll right now and see. How many of you interested in a sort of full day trading session on Monday? Let me know. Let's take a decision. If only one or two, we won't have. If more, sure. Come in by about 8:30, 8:45, 8:30 I think is good. And then close at 3:34. We'll have lunch and everything else of course in place. Hello? Nobody? Now what about the mentorship folks? Okay. So we'll have a live session some other day then. Good. So closing for today's webinar. Thank you very much. If there are any questions, 1 or 2 minutes, then we'll take that. Lots of action. So from your house, keep watching. See, I think some potentially good trades or investments could be possible on Monday morning. Really looking forward to it because I think this was very different. We usually don't end up doing a review of stocks just before the results are announced. So this has really gone well and look forward to the follow through. Great. So thank you. And we'll catch up next week on IMR again and see how this session, we'll review these stocks and see what the results were and how the stocks went. So great. Have a good weekend and hope you have a profitable week ahead. Thank you and good night.
Okay, bye.